look with my earphones? I feel like they're ginormous on my head.
You look fantastic.
I feel like
You look like you got headphones on.
it looks like I have giant.
You just have like this
headphones on a
gigantic
baby.
like bar that goes way over your head.
Well, yeah, because they're too big for my head.
It's totally fine. You don't have to wear them. It just makes us sound a little more rich and clean. And I am not clapping asshole because I know we don't have to do that anymore.
What? That was a joke.
Yeah, he was letting me clap
Up until like last episode, I'm making him clap into the mics, and I tell him because in post I have to match up the clap, like the visual clap, to the audio. But I have a program that matches it up for me. I just make him go like this.
Yeah, because I do all these like obnoxious claps where I'm like,
Takes like 5 minutes
Oh.
clapping.
yeah, because you know me.
Clapped them cheeks.
Like I said,
Clap them
nothing's
cheeks.
off limits. You're good to go.
First things first.
First things first.
I'm the realist.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Who's Uncle Phil? You mean from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? He died?
Oh wait, she has her drink.
I know, but I want you to try these. That's the tradition of being on the show.
I don't want to. It's called
Okay,
Nova.
well, she can-
I'll tell you from firsthand, those are gross.
She can try mine, and then if she doesn't drink it,
Then we got 2.
and then I have to, and then you have to,
Okay.
and she has her drink.
Okay.
Ready?
If I look ugly on this, I'm suing you guys.
That was pretty good.
That was actually.
This is called Nova American Light Lager, 4.5 ABV, buddy.
Oh, it's good.
Is it good?
It's very good.
Here, let me show La Camera what it looks like. Born and brewed in Portland, Oregon, Sasquatch Brewing Company.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay,
So
if
does
you
it
look,
taste like Portland? Because if it tastes like Portland, then it means it tastes like shit.
It's gonna taste like no. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know.
I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If you look
It's
at
not
like
terrible.
the Sasquatch Brewing thing on the little label on the side of it, just a quick glance. If you don't like really look at it, it's on the side, kind of where your fingers are. It looks like a scratch and sniff sticker.
Oh yeah, it does. What is with you? Always, you always bring these beers over that taste like Bud Light. You don't, or Coors Light. You don't drink Coors Light?
I mean, I have. I'm not gonna say
He
I
drinks.
haven't.
He
but
drinks man beer.
But it tastes like Coors Light.
Yeah. Sometimes we like to hydrate, drink Coors Light. Sometimes we like to drink real beer.
But that tastes just
This
like
one-
Coors Light.
This one tastes a little bit more like Coors Light than the other one, but I like this one more than Coors Light, if that makes any sense.
But I could drink these all night, which means it'll get you drunk.
Yes, it will. Good sir. Which, by the way, we can do tonight if you guys wanted to.
Yeah, we got plans.
Wait, why is there puke on there? Who's puking?
No, it's just
He
puke
wanted to talk
stories.
about
It's-
puke stories. He told me last week, I got puke stories for days. So before I left
do.
last week, I fucking
But
wrote puke.
He
But-
does have puke story for days. You know why? Because he spends half his fucking life puking.
I drink a lot.
No, have you ever met a fat bulimic? No. If you've never met a fat bulimic, that's Matt.
By the way, everybody,
He eats,
welcome to.
and then he's like, blah, let me throw up
Well-
this $80 dinner I just bought. Blah.
By the way, everybody, welcome to Go Deeper podcast.
Welcome to the Go Deeper podcast. We got a special guest with us today.
Yeah, it's
Mrs. Matt Katrina is with us,
yeah.
drinking pink Bud Light seltzers.
This is my wife, and she's evil.
It's an understatement.
I said nothing. I said
Oh my
nothing.
god, this is
I'm a
gonna
lot
be great.
worse than that.
I'm panicking inside. You can't
You
see it, but
should.
I'm totally panicking
I'm
inside.
gonna air all your dirty laundry.
More?
No.
We've done a pretty good job
No,
of
No,
getting.
you sure haven't.
Jesus Christ.
Sure haven't.
I thought we were pretty thorough about. I mean, shitting and
I did shit on the couch, and
Yeah.
we talked about that. Yeah.
yeah, we talk about that a lot.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna talk about that forever, actually, to be totally fair with you.
Yeah, I know.
So obviously I saw you guys last night. You guys want to talk about last night a little bit?
No. Don't.
Last night was
Shit show.
So a mutual buddy of ours, Shane, plays in a hardcore band, and he had a show last night in downtown Portland at Dante's, and we all were planning on going down there.
yeah. We were all supposed to meet like before the first band played.
There's 4 bands.
Yeah.
Starts at 9, right? I think.
Yeah.
So,
Which
yeah.
this was a really hardcore show. It started off with a bang. I mean, we didn't get to witness this part.
I did.
We'll get
That's
into
another
that.
story, yeah.
We'll get into that. But someone literally broke their leg or their ankle.
Yeah, on the dance floor, on the mosh floor.
First
What
band.
Is it called a dance floor still?
It's a hardcore pit.
It's a hardcore bit. It's not a dance floor.
Let's call it the
It's
pit.
the pit.
pit.
Yeah. Not that kind of
the
pit.
I mean, I might smell the same.
It does,
You know what?
Brad,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be honest with you guys. I went to Shane's last show and it was a lot more packed.
And it does smell a lot like that.
It didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really sweaty.
It's got its sense.
Well, when you pack a shit ton of men in a small space, and probably a shit ton of men that haven't showered for 2 days.
But why? What is that? Is that a thing that goes with hardcore? Is like fuck showers?
No,
and
that's just
hardcore.
with men in
Nah,
general.
bro. It's like you think about it. It's like if you go to like a locker room in an athletic place, they're gonna smell like shit.
Okay.
It's because we're all in there sweating and dancing and getting all rowdy, and
If I know I'm gonna be dancing and sweating,
you're getting other people's sweat on you. It's not even your own sweat. So yeah,
I don't know. It's not only
great.
that. You guys stink like even after you shower, and then 2 hours later, you guys stink.
Okay, it doesn't help. I mean, it's yeah. Never mind. We'll just
You guys
she has a
just
nose
stink.
like a fucking foxhound.
You
Let me
guys
tell you.
stink.
Anyways,
I
so-
pull up to the show, and my buddy Shane's there. I'm saying what's up. I witnessed the horrific accident. They called 911 and they pulled that dude out on a stretcher.
Yeah.
I really wish you guys could have seen that. I texted Matt, "Where'd you guys park?" No response. I'm like, "Where you at?" No response. I talked to Shane, and Shane tells me, "Dude, Matt broke down on the freeway on his way over here." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, so I was just trying to get out there. We were kind of running late anyways because we forgot.
It was a shit night.
She forgot her wallet,
Do you guys turn back around?
and
Yeah,
we
we
had
turned
to.
back
We were about
around.
halfway there, and we had to turn back around.
Oh no way.
Yeah, and so we probably would have made it before we broke down, but we would have been broke
So
down
that was
either
number
out there
one.
or on the way home.
That was number one.
That was number one, was her forgetting her wallet and all that.
Yeah.
Then number two, so I'm doing like 70 because I'm like, yeah, I need to get there.
You're from
you know
California.
what I mean? Now,
That's how
and-
you fucking drive.
fuck off.
No,
Anyways,
he drives 90. People from California drive 90.
yeah, it's true. We don't go anywhere at less than 80 miles an hour. But I'm doing like 70. I'm coming into like the tunnel on 26, trying to go to downtown, and next thing I know, I'm looking and I'm hitting the gas pedal, and the RPMs aren't moving.
So
And
you're
they're
hitting
staying at
gas,
zero,
and
and
you're
everything's lit up still, but it's staying at zero, and I'm like, it's not revving.
Yeah, and then he's
And-
like, there's something wrong with the car. And I'm like, what do you mean there's something wrong with the car? He's like, it's not accelerating. We can't accelerate.
And then I'm like, oh shit, the car's not running.
So you're just slowing down slowly.
No, like
The
because it's
brake-
downhill. We
yeah.
were still accelerating. I mean, we were still doing 70 miles an hour. And she's like, "Can you stop?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, we still got brakes." I mean, I'm not using them, which was dumb. But I was throwing the car in neutral and trying to start it while we're at speed.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I just keep trying to do it, and nothing's happened. Every time I do it, it's just the lights flicker, and then it doesn't do anything. So I'm thinking, oh god, the battery died. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like, but then I'm like, okay, all the lights are on, everything's still on. So I'm kind of like, okay, I don't know what's going on. So then I'm going to try to stop, and this is like power assist brakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I push on the pedal, and we're not stopping. And I mean, we're stopping, but just not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you normally would.
Yeah.
And finally,
Did the
when-
brake get really hard to push?
it got a little firm, but it wasn't even that. It just didn't really want to stop. And I don't think it's not my car.
yeah.
We borrowed my mom's car because long story.
The VIP parking?
Well, yeah, that was part of it. 'Cause she got handicap placards, bro. It is what it is.
I
Going
love taking my
downtown,
mom's car.
you know.
Not only that, it's just way smaller than our truck.
Yeah, and it's easier to park downtown than park in our truck because I got a big Silverado, and it's not easy to park downtown with that.
So not easy to park downtown at all. Okay,
it's
let's
not.
continue. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna sprinkle that in. I deliver
Right.
Amazon, and I got a fucking 16-foot Amazon boat that I'm trying to. Anyways.
But yeah, so by the time we end up stopping, though, we ran out of shoulder. So like we're getting off. It's almost like getting off at an exit, and we're running out of shoulder. So we're halfway in the lane and like our tires are against the curb. And so I'm looking in the mirror, just freaking out because cars are coming straight at us and then swerving around us at the last second. And I'm like, we're gonna get hit. We're gonna get hit. Well, this is fucking wild. And I'm like, at one point, I was like, fuck. And I was
It's
like,
not only that, right
Yeah.
before where we stop, there's a turn. There's a curve in the freeway. So
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they're
yeah.
So they
coming
can't
around
see
that
us.
curve,
Can't
they
see
can't
it.
see it until it's the last
I know what you're
minute.
talking about. It's
Yeah.
it's when you're coming from 26 to go 405 north. Out of the 3 exits, it's the one on the left.
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like arguing with the lady because I call AAA. So I call AAA, and I'm arguing with the lady on the phone about like what to bring, or you know what I mean. And then they're like, "Do you want us to call 911 to block you?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
I want a sheriff back there." And next thing I know, I'm looking and I'm like, "Fuck, this car is gonna hit us. It's a big SUV. It's gonna hit us." And I'm staring at it, and then it swerves last second. I look at it and it says fucking sheriff on it, and he goes right past us and
You're
just hits
shitting
off
me.
at the exit. And I'm like, this motherfucker almost hit us and then didn't stop, didn't come back to come get us, didn't do shit, and we're sitting in our car like fucking
Panicking, basically.
panicking, you know. And so like finally the tow truck guy gets there, and
Wow.
the tow truck guy hops out of his truck, and I have finally, because his tow truck sticks out farther than my car, I have enough room to get out. And so she gets out, and there's kind of a dirt embankment, and so we walked up that dirt embankment to the top,
The tow truck guy didn't even want to stand next to his own car.
and he wouldn't even stay in
He
his
wanted
truck.
to climb
He said,
up the hill where we were.
So he walked up with us, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing anything until a sheriff comes and runs
Right.
block for us, because I can't even." He's all, "If I try, my controls are on that side. I'm gonna get hit."
Right.
And I'm like, exactly. He's all, what did they tell you? And I said, the lady on dispatch told us to stay in her car and put her seatbelt on. He's all, she's a fucking idiot. And I said, yeah, well, I couldn't get out. So
That's what I told her.
So, you know, I couldn't get out. So, because every time I look back, you know, like I said, it's a bend. So I couldn't see the cars coming. So when I go to open the door, there's a car coming.
Right.
So
fuck,
I'm
dude.
just like thinking like, I'm going to open the door. I'm going to hop out. And before I close the door, a car's
Well,
just going
not
to
only
take me
that,
and the
there was
door
no
out.
break in traffic. Like,
Yeah,
it was
there's no break.
consistent, and
Yeah.
you're talking about everyone's flying.
Right.
Like, they're going at least 70 to 80 miles per hour. Like, we were sitting in the car, and the car is fucking shaking.
Yeah.
Touch my microphone.
Yo, shit up, man.
But the car is literally, like, shaking the whole entire time.
Because cars are driving by so fast that you get the.
Yeah,
But not
yeah.
only that, they're, like, inches away from the car.
There was so many
idiots.
times that I thought they were going to clip the mirrors, like mirror to mirror. And I'm like, oh my God.
And it was so bad. He's like, you need to leave. You need to go. Call someone to come pick you up and leave. And
I
I'm
was
like,
telling her to call you, and I was going to stay with the car and have her leave because it's dangerous. I was
he's
like,
you
just
need to
go.
leave.
Like, you
and I
need
was
to
like,
go.
no, if we die together right now on the side of the fucking freeway.
She did say that. By the way.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
I mean, if the
It was
me
the one
move-
time she was ever
I know.
sweet. You know what I mean? Like,
the me move would have been just like, fuck you, I'm out. Like, bye.
I'm about to kick it with these homeless.
I know,
I'm gonna make sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go walk, find my way to the show.
can't
hang
even-
out at the show. by
so,
myself.
okay, so.
How do you knock on a homeless guy's tent? Because they can't. They don't have. You have to like. Zip, is
I
that
don't know,
how you
you
ring
just
their
scratch
doorbell?
it. You just scratch the tent because it makes that DJ noise. That ricky. Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine they wouldn't even close their tents. They just leave the.
I don't know. That guy had a double tent. That guy we did walk by. We walked through like
He had
three.
a- he
Okay,
had a
so
duplex.
Oh, yeah, that's not
okay,
even
so,
all of it. So
yeah.
then now we're having to walk along the side of the freeway off ramp.
Because okay, we were
Wow.
like, fuck this. The tow truck guy's there. I don't want to hang out.
Yeah, we're like, can we leave,
We just want to go
please?
to the show anyways.
Yeah, we're trying to
like,
make it before
fuck
we
this.
miss
We'll
them
just
playing.
Yeah, we'll just fucking walk. Who cares?
Yeah.
And so we're walking off the freeway,
Now,
like off
mind
the
you,
exit.
the off ramp, like where we're walking, like here's the freeway,
Right.
okay, and we're walking on like, I kid you not, it's like a 3-inch space, walking space.
Not even a pull out.
No,
It's
so
not
that
even
you're
a,
not
a
even.
shoulder.
Yeah,
It's
so
just-
you're not walking
so
on the
I'm
freeway.
walking behind her to run
Yeah,
block,
yeah.
because if they hit me first, she might be okay.
And I
Like,
mean,
you know?
there's like piles of, we're like dodging piles of syringes, used needles.
And I could have sworn there was like a big old pile of human feces that I either stepped in or stepped right over, or
Yeah.
it all smelled like shit. There was a dead rat on a piece
Okay,
of
so
cardboard,
then
like
mind
somebody
you-
was dissecting it or something.
So
and-
dumbass me, okay, because I'm fucking dumb. We're walking by and like how he says there's this rat, and I stop in the middle right there, and I'm like, oh look, this rat, poor rat. He says, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Keep walking.
Because we're like, dude, we're walking on
Just
the
keep
side of the
swimming,
fucking
Dory.
freeway.
I was like, oh my god, the poor rat. And he's like, fucking walk. Like, what
Fuck
are you
that
doing?
rat.
Dude, it was so. Oh my God.
Ratatouille is not important
I
right
did.
now.
I told her that. I was like, just fucking walk, dude. Holy
I
shit,
was like,
go.
but the rat, poor rat.
Yeah, it was fucking.
poor rat.
Oh man, it was fucking.
And then we
great.
start walking into Portland, and I'm just like,
As soon as we get into the city, the first thing she said was like, "I felt safer on the
I
freeway."
think we would have been
We're gonna
safer
get
on the
fucking
freeway.
stabbed
like,
right now.
Oh god.
Fucking Portland. That's when you guys hit me up when you sent me your
Yeah.
location,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you're texting me and I'm like, how far are you?
We walk like 3 blocks or almost something like that.
Yeah, like
before
we were
you
trying
even
to
got to
hurry.
us.
We were
Yeah.
trying to hurry.
I had just ordered 2 margaritas, one for me, one for Lupita, and I'm texting you, and I'm just telling Lupita like, I'm gonna see where he's at, and then that's where I asked you for your location. Which, by the way, you have a fucking iPhone.
Yeah.
Don't ever send me Google Maps pins again. Send me the iPhone maps.
You know
Because-
what it is? I use Google Maps at work
Why?
because at work I use it. It's better for
He uses
what
like
I.
4 different maps. He uses
Be-
that. He uses Waze. He uses all
Oh,
kinds of
but it's
stuff.
because as a truck driver, I need that overhead view to see if my truck will fit down certain lanes and stuff. So I get used to it, and I forget to because I can send you the pin the other way, and
The normal way.
Yeah.
Okay, do that next time.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
So then, but the thing is, on your Google Maps, the Google Maps, like the thumbnail, I saw
Yeah.
Crystal Ballroom, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know where the fuck that is. That's on Burnside, and we're on Burnside. It's just up.
Yeah,
Like-
it was just like
like-
10 blocks away or something.
Yeah,
like
like
that.
a quarter mile up. So I'm like, just stay around there, and I'm on my way. And I told Lupita, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And I was gone and back in 5
It took
minutes.
us longer to find parking than it did for you to find us. So.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, because you
time.
lost your spot
Those
as soon as you went.
Freaking Mexicans.
Not only that, we're walking by a Whole Foods, and there's a fucking like 9 deep like guys that look like they're maybe
They're,
like
like-
18 to 21, and they're like partying outside of Whole Foods on the
Outside of
fucking
Whole
corner,
Foods.
like
What?
bumping music, like standing
And-
out there bumping
and
music
filming it.
and filming it, and it's like
Maybe
you're
they're doing a music video.
in front
They
of
could
Whole
have been
Foods.
in front of Whole Foods.
Hey, organic.
Fucking God.
Trying to get
There's
organic
nothing
views.
more Portland than that shit ever, dude. Like let's film a music video
Where
right
at?
in front of Whole Foods.
I know where Whole Foods is at. So
Right. Dan, we'll get tofu burgers after this. Like, oh, you fuckers. But yeah, so then we finally get to the show, and we saw
We got
Shane,
there
we
right
saw
as
Cody.
they were setting up.
Right as they were
like,
setting
on
up.
time.
Yeah, and they're the third band, so that was like it. We lost like half the show.
Yep.
Yeah, literally
And-
the first
yeah.
half of the show you guys missed. But
Well, we didn't even watch the last band.
Yeah, we didn't
We
we
watched
didn't really
them and
care.
then
We were just like
hanging out
whatever.
outside.
Yeah.
That's when we pieced out too. Me and Lupita.
Yeah.
And then I was worried about how you guys were gonna get home because you're.
Yeah, which we found out we had a ride. We had a couple people that were willing to give us rides.
I was
But,
one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, even after you left, we still had a couple more
Yeah.
options, and
Cool.
we did want to stay longer for a little bit. And then it was awesome because I got to watch her choke out Shane, our buddy, on the floor over there inside the bar.
Hey,
and
that's
everything.
that's abuse of a minor since he shaved his beard. You're like,
Rule number 1 is I'm fucking crazy. Don't mess with me.
It's
I get physical real fast.
Is this true? Can you confirm?
can confirm.
He's gotten
Yeah.
a shoe to the throat.
Dude, it was so funny, dude. Because as soon as because they were like back and
We
forth.
talked about
kinda-
that actually. We talked about you guys' bedroom life a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Shoot to
Yeah.
the throat.
Oh no, not that one. We didn't talk about that one.
Wait,
yeah,
a shoe to the throat in the bedroom that's not me.
no, we said it was.
We were talking
No,
about
remember-
that
I was
one.
like, wait, I didn't do
No, no.
shoes
we
in
were
the throat in the
talking
bedroom.
about that one beer.
Whatever. Anyways,
Wasn't me.
That wasn't
anyways, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
No.
me. Is there something I need to be made aware of?
No, I really said it wasn't you on there. It was a joke I was saying because we were
Oh,
talking
okay. I
about
was
that
like,
thing
wait a
about
minute.
how
we were talking
like,
about like hardcore, like how hard do you get, and
while you're having sex,
and he like
then
as an example, like man,
I was
fucking,
just like, you stomp on her head.
Oh yeah, no, he told me about that. I was like, wait, that didn't happen to me.
And I said on the show it didn't happen. It wasn't us. I was
Oh,
like,
okay. I
that
was like,
never.
wait
We
a
never
minute.
really did that, but it. Anyways, thanks, Monica.
these beers are good.
But no, anyway, so her and Shane kept like picking on each other, and then Shane shoved her, and I was like, oh fuck, and then I just see her run
I'm like a
around the back
spider
of me
monkey.
straight at him, and I'm like, this is gonna be fucking great. So I pick up my drink, and I'm just like leaning back, like fucking watch this shit, and I'm looking at everybody like, hey, you guys gotta watch this. It's gonna be fucking great.
fucking James.
And
Dude,
then
that guy was,
he fucking she took him the fuck down, like literally jumped on his back like a fucking
And
spider
I
monkey.
pulled him down to the ground in a chokehold.
Oh shit! What am I babysitting? Jesus
fine.
Christ. Oh yeah, you can.
But yeah, no, had him in a total chokehold, like on the floor in a chokehold, and then I proceeded to sock him in the back of the head.
that's what he gets for
And
shaving
this
his
is for
beard.
fun.
Yeah, and this was just fun. This
what'd
is
you
just
get?
me. And then after that, I got him in a leg lock, like around the throat with my legs, and I had everybody like cheering.
And
Great.
some guy was like, "Should we?" And I was like, "Don't worry, she fights me all the time, dude. This is
This is
weak.
easy money.
This
That's
is actually kind of weak shit.
that's an easy dub.
I was trying to be a little gentle. I didn't
Shane
want to be
is
too
small
aggressive.
potatoes.
God, she was super gentle with it.
I really was. Like I didn't even sock him. Full
I'm gonna
force.
kick your ass gently.
That wasn't because I didn't wipe my ass. That was because I was putting my socks on, and there's a lot of pressure on my
So-
Who
stomach.
the fuck puts
and-
their socks on that aggressively,
Okay,
bro?
no.
I've never gone to
No,
put
no,
on
no,
my
no.
socks. and been
Actually,
like,
it was truth be told, it's because I trusted a fart while I was putting my socks on, and you
bro,
know,
it's 2022. Don't trust anybody.
Not even
a
your own
fart.
butthole.
Not even your own culo.
Yep.
Yeah,
No.
that's right. But yeah, so anyways, so she beats the shit out of Shane.
And I went easy on him. I went pretty easy. I tried to be a little
Yeah.
delicate. I don't know how to aggress. You know what I mean? I'm scared that I'm gonna hurt people. I go full force, so.
Fucking full send.
But yeah, he got up, like bounced up, like, oh, it was nothing, blah blah blah. It's like, nah, you got your ass kicked. Right now. And then and then everybody was packing up. We were gonna leave, and we were stuck out there. And then she fucking goes to this taco place that's still open.
Oh, behind the club.
Behind
right?
the club.
Yeah, you were telling me about
And
that shit.
she goes over to the taco place and fucking orders tacos. She's like the first one. And like 30 minutes later, I didn't even go over there with her. Like, okay, I'm like half the parking lot away.
Right.
And I'm like, I think she's dead over there.
Taking that long for
I got raped and
And I was like,
kidnapped.
she got raped and
Matt's
killed
over
over
here.
there. I was like, dude, I think
that was a good show, right?
I said that to Robert, one of the guys in the band, one of the guitarists. I told him, I was like, I think she got raped and killed over there. And he's like, I don't think you'd be this calm about it. And I was all, actually, I know she can handle her own, so I'm not even really fucking worried about her. I'm just going to go make sure she didn't freeze to death or something over
If
there.
I got kidnapped, they'd either be dead or they would give me back. They'd be like, please fucking take her back. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
That happened to my truck when they stole my truck.
Yeah.
They stole my truck
And they gave it back.
and they fucked 2 blocks away. They're just like, fuck this
Nope,
piece of
don't
shit.
want it.
Right?
Oh, that was before you got your new truck.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
old
yeah,
truck.
Oh, the one that sounded
That
like
was
a
that
lawnmower.
the one that sounded like a lawnmower.
You guys could hear me coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the one.
The
You
fucking-
remember.
I remember.
Yeah, we remember. Yeah.
I miss that truck sometimes. I'm gonna lie to you guys.
But yeah, so shitty fucking night. I'm freezing my ass off because I didn't, anticipate not having a fucking car, And then I'm waiting 45 minutes for fucking tacos at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Were they good at least?
No, they weren't even fucking street tacos. They put cheese on them. What kind
no.
of Mexican puts cheese on a fucking street taco?
As a certified bean, I can confirm
I
that
am a
we
certified bean, and we don't do
don't. We
that.
don't do that. I'm sorry.
She's a half.
And it's crazy
You guys are
because
both half
Yeah,
beans.
we're both half beans.
I'm gonna have but together we make one.
make one bean.
solid bean. No, but I mean, and nothing against like Taco Bell. They put cheese in their taco, and I like
Taco
them.
Bell's not Mexican.
It's not
food.
Mex- that's what I'm
not gonna
saying.
Have
That's-
this conversation with you again.
I'm not saying Taco Bell is Mexican food. I'm saying as Taco Bell's not
Yeah.
Mexican food.
Yeah.
They put cheese in their
It's
tacos, so
American.
Right.
Americanized. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you want real Mexican ass tacos, they're.
I mean, they were good. Like the meat was good. It had guacamole. I will always put guacamole on everything.
Have you seen it's like a skit, obviously, but it's like a Mexican puppet versus a white puppet, and they're like being racist against each other.
Yeah.
And then the white guy's like, "How's it feel to not pay taxes and things like that?"
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
And then the white guy tells him, he's like, "How's it feel to put fucking guacamole and everything?"
Wonderful.
And the Mexican's like, "I don't know. You tell me what it's like to fucking put guacamole and everything."
Guacamole is amazing.
That shit was funny, Jedi.
But yeah, so freaking 45 minutes waiting for fucking tacos in the freezing cold. Okay. Then we get our ride home.
I splooshed on you, and I'm so sorry.
They went
He's
everywhere.
used to it.
You know what we haven't done yet?
Oh, it's
Katrina, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, whatever.
So you guys,
So we get home.
yeah, whatever.
So we get home and we're locked out
Oh yeah.
because the house key is on the car keys that we gave to the tow truck driver, and he didn't realize that moment until we were standing right on the front.
You know
And
when
mind you, okay, I started drinking because I was like, well, fuck it. I don't have to drive home.
I'm
now.
not driving.
I'm not driving. So I was like, Maker's Mark and Coke. Maker's Mark and Coke. I had probably about 6 of those. Then I had a shot of Maker's. I
He
was
was on a good one.
I was on a good one. I wasn't full on drunk, but I was
No, of course. No,
definitely
no.
on like a good one. So like I look at her and I'm just kind of laughing at that point. I was
I'm
like,
standing there and I'm freezing my ass off.
she just had the look
I'm
of
so
defeat.
fucking tired. Like I was so defeated. Like I just, if I would stand in the middle of the street and a car would run me over, like I would just accept it at this point. I was
Right.
just so done.
And
And,
I'm-
so
and I'm
we're
out here
locked out, and I'm
laughing.
looking here at my tacos. Like I just want to go inside and eat my fucking tacos
My
with
cheesy
fucking
tacos.
cheese on them, which I didn't even
Right.
know they had cheese on them until I got inside. So I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna be great tacos.
Right.
I just want to go eat my tacos, and I want to go get warm, and I want to go to bed. And I'm locked out of my fucking house right now.
And then so 3 phone calls later.
How'd you guys get in? I don't.
The third person finally answered.
Third person we
and
called
unlocked
finally
it.
answered.
Yeah.
No
let us
way.
in.
There was a person sleeping like
2
10,
feet away.
10 feet from the door. And
Just KO'd.
they just were so knocked out they didn't wake up. So yeah, we finally get in, and then she opens her tacos, and the first thing I wrote, they have fucking cheese on them.
Yeah. I was like, what the
And I was like-
fuck kind of tacos are these?
So,
like, dude.
sorry you had a shitty night. Maybe you coming with us to the Greek?
I don't know. Is it going to turn out fucking shitty like last
Well,
night?
well,
I'll tell
can
you
we
what,
make up for it
it's
for
not-
last night?
It's not. You know why? Because Shane won't be there.
That's right.
He
Ooh.
fucked up my entire night.
Ooh,
Wow.
them,
Fuck you,
just,
Shane.
them just fighting words, and you already
I'm
whooped his
ready-
ass once.
I'm ready for round 2. I'll whoop his ass.
I don't
again.
care. I'm still down to go see him play again. I had a good time.
Dude,
I'm not. That was bad juju.
For you.
Bad juju. I'm not.
Next time, boys' night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Fuck it.
go
Yeah.
Do it.
She's like, be my
Yep.
fucking guest. I'm not
I'm
going
not
to that
going.
shit.
I'm getting taken home in a stretcher. That shit's gonna happen. It is.
You're old. Please don't. We have
Fuck
shitty
yeah.
medical insurance.
I'm gonna get kicked in the face, man. Just
You're
let
gonna-
it
not
happen.
You're
by
gonna
me.
get kicked in the face if you get hurt. Because I'm gonna fucking kick you in the face.
That's,
I was gonna
that's
say,
why I said I'm
but
already
in
used
my mind,
to
I'm just
it.
like, by who? Who's kicking you in the face?
I'm
I will
already
fucking
used to
kick
it. I
you in
won't
the
even
face.
flinch. I'll be like, oh fuck, this is gonna suck.
You're gonna get some guy's gonna fucking wind back and be like, bam. You're gonna be like, that's like
That's like
40% of
yeah,
Katrina.
Shit, you don't
yeah.
even fucking hit like my woman.
Yeah, I
you
was
fucking
gonna
pussy.
say.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. See, that's a real man. He knows how to take it.
Yeah,
Knows how to take it.
how do you take it?
not in the ass.
Sometimes in the ass.
Never in the ass.
My fist in your ass.
Never in the ass.
Damn,
asshole.
elbows deep.
No, no.
God damn.
Why do you,
Well.
excuse me, why do you
Well,
think
well. No,
why
I'm
do you
just
think
kidding.
he pooped the couch? It's loose.
That's
it's loose
not
from
true.
fisting.
How
That
does
is
how does
not
that
true.
fart?
Yep.
No,
exactly,
that is
just like
not.
that.
Yeah,
Just.
okay. Yeah, okay.
These beers are all right. You know what?
I'm really liking these
You
because
told
I'm
me-
on number 2, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I can
that's
drink
what
a
I'm
whole
saying. I
bunch
can
of
drink
these.
these
Yeah.
all fucking night long. I've been to Winco.
Yeah.
I've been to Freddy's. I've been to Walmart.
Okay.
I haven't been. Did I say Freddy's? I meant Safeway. I've been to Winco. I've been to Safeway. I've been to Walmart. To be fair, I haven't been to Freddy's.
Mhm.
No summer shandies, buddy.
I don't know. We had them. You had one here.
No.
So
No, I didn't. Jake did. But I want.
Jake did, yeah.
But the thing is, I'm looking for them to get them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Lightning Kugels.
Yes.
I love those fucking beers.
It's not seasoned.
I-
It's
you know what the
seasoned
thing
yet.
What I
is-
said. That's why I don't know how
But
we
you-
got them.
But you know what it is? It's like because that's like a real kind of white person beer, and you don't live over here.
Bitch, you're a bitch. Can you kick his ass for me in the name of racism?
Absolutely.
In the name of racism, can we?
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding. No, I really don't know how I got. My mom picked him up, so it's like I don't even fucking know.
Yeah,
where she
it could have
got
been
'em, so-
anywhere. It could have been from
Yeah.
Whole Foods. Those dudes making the videos.
Yeah,
bought all
right?
the damn summer
She's-
shandies.
Yeah, she's
That's what they did. Yep.
She's a Whole Foods kind of person. I
You know
can
what
see
I'm
her.
saying?
You know.
So maybe, because I need those. You know what I really need to do? Like sidebar, I need a. You know what I don't have at my house, and it's really emasculating.
What?
That means like less of a man, right? Did I say that
Yeah.
word
I think
right?
it's demasks.
You know what's really demasculating that I don't have in my house that's missing in my apartment? Well, outside of my apartment, I don't have a grill. What kind of man does not have a grill at his
I
house?
thought you were just trying to give me one,
No, it wasn't.
a charcoal one.
Oh yeah. But I can't. I can't
you
have
can't use
charcoal at
charcoal,
my
that's
house.
Oh,
right.
you want
Yeah.
propane.
I need a propane.
Accessories.
So I need to get one because summer's like, see that corner over there? Around that shit.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. Not with how the weather is. Seems like.
I know,
summer's
fucking
never
Oregon.
coming.
Fucking Oregon, more bipolar
We just
than
had
Lupita.
snow. It's
Now
like
we have
it's
rain, but
never
at least it's
coming.
warm rain.
No, it's not. It's bullshit.
It's
That's
in the
what it is.
50s. Oh, we
Fuck
talked
you.
about this
No.
earlier. It's 50s and 60s, bro. We're
This
good.
week coming
No,
up.
it's
Not this week while I
raining.
was working.
That's true.
Not this week when
I
I
was also in it, man. I do the same shit you do, just on a larger scale.
I'm out of my van on a larger scale than you are.
No, well,
Who's getting more wet?
you're.
Oh my god, are we
Ha.
comparing dicks right now?
No, we're comparing
Comparing
wetness.
dicks.
We're comparing wetness, which is worse.
Yeah. How wet do you get? I'm just,
Apparently not enough.
damn
No,
it.
she stays at home. She doesn't go outside,
Yeah.
so not very wet.
Bone dry.
Yep.
Nice recovery.
Yep.
Thank you, Otto.
Katrina, I have to ask you.
You what?
Every guest that comes on, I ask them if they've had any paranormal experiences. Because I am a fucking bitch when it comes to that shit, but I love it.
I haven't well, actually, no, I have two.
Yes!
I mean, it's not like
Fuck yes.
it didn't. Oh, okay, so I grew up. My grandparents' house they owned for like 50 years. They owned it for a really, really long time. All the family used to live in it, and I don't know if you know, but my family all died. So the only family,
told me
so the
something
only
about that
family I
stuff.
have left is my mom. And so we were living in my grandparents' house.
And this in Oregon or
this was in California.
California?
Yeah.
And so
This is where she lived when we first met.
we first met.
And I actually stayed there quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I grew up on all the stories, so there's a lot of stories with that house too. But this is just what I've experienced. So, my brother had just died before we moved in there. Like right before we moved in there, my brother had died. He was only like 27 when he died. He's part of the 27 Club.
What's the 20?
You've never heard of the 27 Club? Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, all the people that died, Kurt Cobain.
At 27?
At 27. It's called 27 Club.
I did not know
Really?
anything
You need to
about
Google
this.
it. You didn't know that?
I swear to God, I didn't. I heard of the Mile High Club.
No.
Heard of the Country Club?
It's the
Got kicked out of
27.
there.
It's the 27 Club.
My fishing
it's
club.
A thing.
Wow.
So he died at a really young age. So after he died, we moved into my grandparents' house, and then shortly after that, less than a year, my dad died the following year, and my dad died in that house. And so I don't know what it was, but we had this really weird feeling. So when you would go upstairs, the upstairs was a whole circle. It was a full circle. So you walk upstairs, and there's a room.
Okay.
There's a bathroom. There's a room. There's a room. There's a room. So the whole upstairs is literally a circle.
Okay, I felt it. Yeah.
And so I don't know what we were doing, but we were really up late. It was me and my sister, and it was probably like 3 a.m, like the witching hour is what they say or whatever.
Yeah, it is true.
But
That's what they say. It's true.
I don't know. We just had like some weird feeling, and so we had digital camera, and so we're just like, okay, let's start taking pictures. Let's just start randomly taking pictures. And so we start taking all these pictures just randomly of the hallway, of the doorways, just randomly. And so we go and we look at these pictures, and we put them up on the computer, and we blow these pictures up. And there's this one picture of my sister that's in the doorway of her bedroom. And it was a room because my brother used to live with my grandparents, so he would be at that house all the time. Like, he grew up there.
Right.
And my sister was currently staying in the room that my brother used to always stay in. And so there's this picture of her standing in the doorway. And she's standing in the doorway, and above her body, so like here's her silhouette, and above her silhouette is this. Okay, my brother was like 6'5" and like 350 pounds.
He's huge.
He was huge.
I actually knew him before I met her and all
So
that.
he was like, he looked like a professional, like full head tattoos, face tattoos, like he was a big guy. And so in this picture, you see my sister's silhouette in the doorway, and right above it, like this, is my brother's silhouette, like in detail. Like you can see my brother. Like the same height in the doorway, like where his head would reach the doorway.
It was
it's
that.
the same. It's his whole body, like his head shape, his body shape, like it's my brother.
Holy fucking
Okay.
shit.
And then that same night, we're still going through the pictures, and in that circle hallway, you see a bunch of orbs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so again, we're on the computer, so we're like, okay, let's blow it up. Let's blow it up. And so there's a larger orb than the other orbs, and so we zoom in on this orb, and like our jaws literally fucking dropped. It was my dad's face in a fucking orb, and my dad's face is like completely like it's recognizable. Like you cannot
Right.
say it's somebody else. Like my dad has a really recognizable face, like his mustache, the way his hairline is, everything. You zoom in and it's full on my dad's face in the picture. I have these pictures saved on my computer too, like my old laptop. I still have them. And so, but like literally, like jaw dropped.
In the name of science, I'm gonna need to see these photos.
Okay, I have to dig them up. They're on my old
That house,
laptop.
hey, I'm gonna tell you right now,
like
like
there's
that
horror
house,
stories.
that house had
Fucking
like
wild.
that house gave me like the heebie-jeebies on multiple occasions. There was one time where I went downstairs. I was like leaving. I was either leaving or I was coming back because I was basically living there, and I worked at the bar at the time because it's when I was like bartending and DJing and all that. And I think I came home, and it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I walk in and they had this fucking thing in the kitchen.
It was Andrew's bubble machine. Okay,
was like
so
a
they used
bubble-
to make
and
these
dude-
bubble machines where it had a handle, and if you squeeze the handle to open. It was a dog. So you squeeze the handle and the dog's
Yeah.
mouth opens, and
And
that's where it
bubbles.
had the little things for the bubbles. And when you would do that and squeeze the handle, the mouth would open, it would talk. So the only way to make it talk is if you squeeze the handle
Right.
to open the
So
mouth.
I walk in. It's like
and
3
it was
o'clock in the
sitting,
morning.
and it sits in the kitchen window, like
In the kitchen window, right above the kitchen sink.
yes.
Okay,
Right
okay,
there.
okay,
And
okay.
I remember it. I walked in, and I walk into the kitchen to like go grab a drink or whatever, and that fucker goes off.
Did the
And
whole mouth
I
has open too?
literally
No,
like
the mouth did not open. It just
no,
started
it did not.
talking.
It just started talking, and I went like I got goosebumps talking about it right now. I went like I know I pale. I went pale. Like
More pale?
I walked upstairs like
pale, yeah.
like
That was
yeah.
possible.
No, actually out there I was really fucking tan. So
Oh,
you can
California.
ask her. I was pretty dark.
Not his butt.
My ass is white as fucking this shit right here.
Fuck that.
Anyways,
So you walk in and
But
that
yeah, so I walk
motherfucker
upstairs.
goes
I'm
off.
like shaking, and I'm like, "This is what happened." And she's like, "Yeah, okay, well, yeah, shit happens.
She's
Yeah,
like,
whatever,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
whatever,
so
yeah,
used
yeah."
to it.
And then her mom is like, "Oh yeah, that was my late husband." And I'm like,
Like my mom has this thing because we've had so much loss in our family. Like literally, I've lost everybody. Like I lost my grandmother and my brother died 2 days within each other.
What?
And then the following year, like my brother died May 5th, so he died Cinco de Mayo. And the following year, on like May 28th, my dad died.
Fuck.
And then my grandpa died, and then my sister died. My sister died even younger than my brother. My sister died when she was 26.
I watched her. I basically watched her
We watched her deteriorate. She
watch
died.
her deteriorate till she died from alcohol.
So there's a lot. There's
yeah.
a lot of death in my family. Like
Jeez.
a lot of death in my family. And so,
Wow.
and then I actually have another one if you want to hear it. Another paranormal
Fucking
experience.
hell yes,
Okay.
Do we
please.
have time? Do we check the? You wanna
We'll
check
make
cameras?
time.
Do we,
So I have another one after that.
oh,
You
he's so
ready?
excited. Look
You
at how
ready?
excited he
You
is.
ready? Okay.
Can
He
you tell?
loves ghost
Can you tell I
stories.
live for this fucking shit?
He
Oh,
loves
I
ghost
love it
stories.
too.
Yeah.
I love it too.
I'm gonna be. I've told this to Matt a couple times. I am so intrigued into this shit, Katrina. I
I told
I
you
was
let's
this
do
close.
a ghost hunting crew.
I
I told you I would do it.
I
with
know,
you.
but I can't do it. I can't do it.
I will be there for
Dude,
you.
I would love to do like one where we do like podcasts about that shit too.
I would be so fucking.
We should
down
do a
to talk about
podcast
that.
all about like
Paranormal shit. And
Paranormal
yeah, I
shit,
know.
yeah.
I wanted. I was this close to fucking dropping a gang of money on buying night vision cameras, voice recorders, and
Oh,
shit like
like
that.
the meters and all that
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
electric, everything.
Yeah.
I have. I literally have. My mom for Christmas a couple years ago got me an adapter for an iPhone that's a thermal camera, so you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
heat
yeah, I've
signatures.
seen those. Yeah, yeah.
So I have, but you know why I changed my mind is because I don't want something attaching itself to me while we're out in the bullshit.
Yeah.
bring
I
it home.
bring it home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already got shit going on. At
I already
home,
got
yeah,
my own
yeah.
shit going on at the house. I don't know if
Yeah.
you probably you don't know. 'cause you-
Oh, no, I don't know
We
anything
can talk about
about
it
it.
later because
Yeah.
he's told it on the show.
Oh,
that
and
okay.
it's
Everybody's
and
like,
it's
it's-
they're minuscule things. It's not
Yeah.
crazy, but I don't want
they're
to
pretty.
fucking.
I mean, they're pretty good though.
it
I mean,
is pretty wild, but
Yeah.
but I don't want to imagine that on a different.
Scale. Oh,
Yeah, so that's the reason.
I don't blame you.
And it's not. I mean, I am scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bitch, but it interests me more. My bitch and my interest are on different levels. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I could do it, but I just don't want.
I'm
I'd
the
feel
same
so
way.
terrible if I brought something
I'm the
home and my
same.
kids have to suffer because of my bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm the
You know
same
what I
way.
mean?
That gives me some of the worst anxiety in the world, but I'm so intrigued at the same time, dude. Like it's like a
love it.
roller coaster. To me, it's
I
just like a
fucking
roller
love
coaster.
it.
You're fucking terrified the whole entire
Yeah.
time, and then once it happens, you're like, "Fuck, I want to do it again." But it's like even when it's happening, you're just fucking
You're petrified, bro.
Yeah,
Like you're,
yeah.
you're
The most
shitting
intense
fucking
fear ever.
tiles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, I want to hear your other story.
Okay, so, so my brother died, and before my brother, my brother had died, it was before I moved to my grandparents' house. I was living in Los Angeles, and I was dating my boyfriend at the time, and this was a boyfriend that I was with
Not
for
me.
a really long time. Him and my brother were extremely close, extremely close, and so the night my brother died, I came back into town, went to my house in LA, and my boyfriend stayed the night with me. And so in that house, my room was like this, and my bedroom door was open. Now, mind you, I was only 16, 17 years old. And so me and my boyfriend are sleeping in my bed, and my bedroom door is open, and right from my bedroom door, you can see the living room. And before my brother had died, he was living with us, and, you know, ghetto, we didn't have a room for him, so he used to sleep in the living room. And
My kid sleeps in the room sometimes, so yeah, ghetto or not, but if that's another room.
that was
Yeah.
his room, you know.
We got
and
somebody
so,
sleeping in our living room now. So.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But so I don't know what it was, but it was the middle of the night, and all of a sudden something told me, wake up, like wake up, open your eyes, wake up, sit up. And so I wake up and I sit up, and when I sit up, I see my brother sitting on the couch. So the back of the couch faces my bedroom, my bedroom door.
Okay.
So I'm sitting up in bed and I'm looking, and here's the couch.
The back of the couch.
And I can see my brother sitting on the couch. I can see the back of him. I can see in full detail. I
His
can
shoulders, back of his head, all that.
I can see his tattoos on his head. Like, I can see it in full scale detail. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, there's no way. There's no way I'm seeing this. I'm not seeing this. Like, I'm imagining this. Like, there's no way possible. And the next thing I know, my boyfriend gets up, like literally jumps up out of bed and walks, like between the bed into the living room, and walks away from me. And I'm sitting there like,
From dead sleep to
from
up
dead
and walking.
sleep to up and walking. And I'm just like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? He walks back in the room and he goes, your brother was just fucking talking to me. And I was like, no, he was not. And he's like, your brother literally was just talking
And your
to me.
brother had already died?
He was dead
when this
already.
happened?
He literally just died, and it was that night.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
And I mean, even like when I saw his figure sitting on the couch, he was moving, like he was shaking his head, and he was moving like he was talking, like full on.
Like she saw it and he heard it, kind
yeah,
of thing.
like I heard nothing. I saw it and he heard it. Like he got up and he was like, your brother was literally just talking to me. He told me to go into the other room. And I walked up and walked in the other room, and there was no one there. And so like when he walked in, he was fully awake, and he was telling me like, I heard your brother talking to me. And I was like, what?
What the fuck?
Yeah. She's told me that story before. It's fucking
So not even
wild.
So okay. So like my brother knew he was gonna die at a young age for a really long time.
Same thing with your sister.
Yeah, they both
Yeah.
knew they were gonna die. Like they knew it. Like my brother would call my mom and me and be like, "I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna die. My brother did a lot of drugs." And so right before he died, I went and I stayed with him at his house, and literally like I want to say like 3 hours before he died, he came in the room and he just like was staring at me, and I was like, what's wrong? What are you doing? He's like, well, I'm gonna go take a nap. Now my brother was one of those people where he's up all night. Like he'd stay up till 6 in the morning and then sleep all day. And so this is around the time that he would be going to bed, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep for a little while. And he kind of paused, and I was like, you're acting kind of weird. Like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, I love you. And I was like, okay, I love you too. And he's like, no, I love you. And he kept repeatedly telling me over and over and over and over again, like, I love you, I love you. And I was like, okay, like, I love you too. Like, okay, good night. Like, thinking like he's just being weird because my brother was really weird. And then I ended up falling asleep as well. And next thing I knew, his girlfriend was in my room, like, he's dead. And so it's like he knew he wasn't. I don't know if it was premeditated. I don't know if he just felt it in his body that it was coming, but he knew.
But he died. He died from heart attack.
Yeah, he had a massive-
That's what they
ask
said.
you.
They have there's a thing when you have a heart attack. Like a lot of people, I read about it because I did first aid and CPR and all that stuff. Like one of the main signs of that is like a sense of impending doom.
Yeah.
When
Like
you
feel it
like
coming
you
on.
think you know you're gonna die. Like your body is telling you, everything is telling you you're gonna die. So you kind of know it's coming. Yeah. So it's like this sense of impending doom. It's a sense of knowing you're gonna die. So there's like a whole feeling you get and everything about it.
Yeah.
Because like one of the things they teach you, because that's like people start to panic, like
Yeah.
when they're about to have a heart attack. It's like one of the first things that they.
It's like your body warning you, like, hey,
your body's telling you that it's shutting down. Like there's some shit going wrong.
And so not even before that, so like an hour before he started like saying, okay, I love you, my brother used to also be really heavy into pills. He used to take a lot of pills. And so before that, he came to me and was like, here, there's a pill in his hand. He said, here, take this. And I was like, well, what is it? And he's like, just take it. And I was like, well, can you tell me what it is? Like, can you please tell me what it is before I take it? And he said, no, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Take it now. It was some form of, painkiller or whatever it was. Like, he was really heavily into that stuff. And he said, take this pill right now. Take it now. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. And so it was like almost like he was preparing me for that moment, because an hour after, that's when he came into my room, was like, okay, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Right.
And then he fell asleep, and then I fell asleep, and then woke up, and he was dead. So it was almost like even before that hour of him doing all that, it's like he knew it was going to happen, and he was kind of like preparing me, like, here, take this. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Yep. It's fucking wild.
Oh, I just got Bud Light seltzer up my nose.
That sounds shitty.
Better up your nose and down your throat, because I don't like those fucking beers.
I think they're good.
Man thinks they're good too.
I like them.
I can't. It tastes like
Liquid Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's just fucking crazy. You know what? Let's talk more about when we turn off the camera. We'll talk more about maybe, possibly, doing some paranormal shit.
Sweet,
I'm
totally
down. I know she's down. I told you before
I've
that
had
she'd be
a-
down.
Dude, I grew up in LA, and where I grew up in LA, there was this insane asylum. And it was around for a really long time, and it was like on land. Like, it was huge. It was like this whole rehabilitation center. And so as kids, like my group of friends, we would go in there.
But was it still operating?
No, it was abandoned.
Fuck my dick. No
And it
way.
was like graffiti, like it had the whole like this way to hell, like people would go in, like it was haunted. And so as a kid, I would literally go in there with my friends, and we would sneak in there and we go through all the rooms and everything. Like, it was so.
I was telling him before, like not on this show or whatever. I was telling him about Rockefellers.
Oh,
Like
yeah, that's
across the
haunted,
street
yeah.
from Sporty's, like the bar I used to work at, the bar we met at, and that place is haunted as a motherfucker. Like, there's some crazy stories that go. The tree that's out in front of it was a hanging tree.
Oh,
back in
God,
the day.
yeah.
So there's that, and then the person who lived there, like I think he killed. They said he killed his wife and then killed himself, and so it was like a bunch of shit like that, and like it's fucked up, dude. I've seen pictures of like apparitions, and like I've there's this dude that he's a fucking total druggie, but the guy's a amazing musician when it comes to playing piano. Piano
Oh,
Man.
yep, yeah.
Remember Piano Man?
Yeah.
And he'll tell you stories. Like, he fucking doesn't even like going in that building if nobody's in there. There was one time he was telling us, we showed up a long time. We lived up here, so this wasn't that long ago. And he was like pushing a keg down. Remember, he said he was pushing a keg down the hallway, and then the fucking keg rolled all the way back, and it rolled back into the hallway, and it's a fucking keg.
Holy shit.
And the way it rolled uphill, backwards, like back to him.
Something had to have.
Yeah. So, and then he had another one where it was on a dolly, and it's like a hand truck, fucking hand truck. And he moved it down, and he stopped it at the door, and he went in there, and he went to go do something, and he came back out, and that motherfucker was back up the hallway the other way. The
No
fucking
fucking
hand
way.
truck and fucking keg. Yeah, dude, that place is a fucking trip. I could feel it when you go in there.
There's some places here in Oregon too that are pretty wild.
But like when you feel it, and it's like it's an
yeah.
okay one. Like, we've talked about that a little bit on. You
talked
feeling
about it.
it's
I don't know-
okay?
I don't know if it was last time or not, but we talked about like feeling
but then
vibes.
you feel it,
Yeah.
and it's not a good vibe. That's that place. It is
Yeah.
not. Whatever's in there doesn't want people there, and they run it as a fucking bar, like a fucking,
Now it's a really popular bar.
It's a
too.
really
They have,
happening
like,
bar. Like,
shows
it's,
there and
yeah, dude,
everything.
yeah, it's a fucking venue now and shit too.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I got a couple stories for when I won't tell them the story, but my uncle and grandma both went to the same bar at different times and had different experiences at the same bar.
yeah.
I'll ask them. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called, but
I could tell you about stories about the bar where I worked at Sporty's. Remember Dallas?
Oh, yeah.
I remember Dallas was like, dude, fuck this. I'm getting to fucking. We had this shit happen. I'll explain that. I think next show.
we're talking all this shit
Next
right
show.
before we go ninja fishing. In the
I know,
fucking
no.
dark.
Yeah, I know, in the dark, yeah. No, but this next show, I'll tell the story about this guy, Dallas. But it was.
I don't think you have to worry about a haunted golf course pond.
Yeah, no, we're
I
good.
freak myself out out there.
Yeah. We
frog
definitely
will-
add this to
a
the
frog,
list
and I'm
of
like,
the- yeah.
Hold me. Hold
So
me. It's a
we'll leave
ghost.
that. We'll leave that one in the pukes.
Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas. Just say Sporty's ghost story. That's all you got to put.
I was gonna write Sporties.
Sporty's ghost story. Yeah. That shit was funny, man. I've never seen a
Nothing
black.
scares
I've never seen a
him.
black guy go pale, bro. Like, that motherfucker was pale white. I'll tell that story next one,
time.
but it was it was
Sweet.
so good. Well, actually, since we're talking about next time, we are actually taking a 1 week hiatus.
A mini break a dake.
We're going on like a
House
mini
sitting.
We're going on a mini
We're house.
getaway.
It's a house.
What if that
sitting.
shit's haunted?
It's A getaway means
It was built in like 18 something. Probably.
I'm
Say
90% sure
It
it's
used to
fucking
be like
haunted.
a brothel and all kinds of
Anyway.
stuff.
Yeah, he was telling me.
Yeah. Anyways, she keeps calling it a getaway and this and that, and I think of getaways. I think of like something relaxing. Yeah, no, we gotta feed a bunch of fucking animals and do all this shit. We're gonna basically be on a farm all weekend.
Hey, man, that's some people's getaway.
Yeah, it's
For
hers.
Yep.
sure. Well, thank you so much, Katrina, for coming on to the show.
Thank you.
Brought
you.
a different light.
Whatever.
We're still not sure where Troy's at, but we're checking in on him periodically. He is alive, so that's good.
As far
yeah.
as you know, I
As far as
haven't
I
talked to
know,
him.
I heard his voice today. If he's
Okay.
alive right now, I don't know, but I'll let you know tomorrow.
But earlier
Right.
he was.
Earlier, he was alive, so that's
Sweet.
good. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to bonk this episode, and we'll see you guys next time. To go deeper on all socials across the board, make sure you guys give those.
Except for Facebook, because fuck Facebook.
Fuck your fucking Facebook.
That's right. Fuck your Facebook.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, guys.
Peace.
Blessings.